Hello, and welcome to Whisper's Story, where the calmest streets whisper the wildest secrets. Today, we're taking you to Willow Creek, a neighborhood that looks like a dream until you peek behind the curtains. Meet Emily, a mom juggling life like so many of us, who thought she knew her world, until Susan moved in next door. A friendly smile, a warm hello, but oh, what hides beneath? Lies. Betrayal. Manipulation so clever you'll feel it in your bones. This isn't just a story, it's a wake-up call. Could your neighbor be hiding something? Stick with me to find out, because once you start, you won't look away. So, cozy up, grab a drink, and let's unravel my neighbor's manipulation. New here? Hit that subscribe button. Whisper's Story is where secrets come to life, and you'll want to hear every one. Emily Thompson lived in what she'd always called the perfect neighborhood. Tucked into the suburbs of Denver, Colorado, Willow Creek was a postcard of American life. Tree-lined streets, white picket fences, and lawns so green they looked painted. At 38, Emily juggled her marketing executive job with raising two kids, Mia, 10, and Jake, 7. Her husband, Mark, a software engineer, often burned the midnight oil, but they made it work. Life here was soccer games, backyard barbecues, and neighbors who waved like they meant it. One Saturday morning, the sun was high and the air smelled of fresh-cut grass. Emily knelt in her front yard, planting tulips, when a moving truck rumbled into the driveway next door. The house had sat empty for months, and curiosity tugged at her. Wiping dirt off her hands, she glanced over as a woman stepped out. Blonde ponytail bouncing, early 40s, dressed like she'd just walked off a yoga retreat. "Hi there," the woman called, flashing a megawatt smile. "I'm Susan. Just moving in." Emily crossed the lawn, hand outstretched. "Welcome to Willow Creek. I'm Emily. Great to meet you." Susan's handshake was warm, her eyes bright. "Thanks. This place looks like a dream. I can't wait to settle in." They chatted. Susan was a freelance graphic designer, recently divorced, no kids. She seemed eager, friendly, the kind of neighbor you'd invite over for coffee. But as Emily returned to her tulips, a tiny knot formed in her stomach. Susan's cheer felt too much, too polished. She shook it off, blaming her overactive imagination. Willow Creek was a fresh start kind of place, after all. Have you ever felt like your neighborhood is too perfect to be true? What makes a community feel real to you? Susan didn't waste time. Within weeks, she was everywhere. Community meetings, bake sales, even the impromptu wine nights on Lisa's porch. Her charm was a magnet, pulling people in with stories of her travels and her knack for remembering everyone's name. Emily liked her, mostly. They'd had coffee a few times, and Susan's energy was contagious. Talking about her designs, her love for succulents, her new chapter in life. One sticky July afternoon, they sat on Emily's porch, iced tea sweating in their glasses. Susan leaned in, eyes sparkling. "I heard you're heading up the community garden project. That's so cool. I'd love to pitch in." Emily grinned, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "Yeah, it's a big deal for us. We're turning the old park into a family spot, play area, veggie patches, the works." "Love that," Susan said. "What if we added a splash pad? Or a yoga corner? Modern vibes, you know." "Those are brilliant," Emily replied, already picturing it. "Let's bring them up at the next meeting." It felt good, brainstorming with Susan. Maybe that first unease had been nothing. But then, that night, Mia dropped a bombshell over dinner. "Mom, Susan told Mrs. Johnson you're too busy with work to run the garden right," Mia said, twirling spaghetti. Emily's fork froze midair. "What? When?" "Yesterday, at the playground. She was chatting with the moms." The knot in Emily's gut tightened. Why would Susan say that? The next day, she invited Susan over, keeping her tone light. "Hey, I heard something weird. Did you tell people I'm too swamped to lead the garden?" Susan's eyes widened, hand to her chest. "Oh, Emily, no. I just said you've got a lot going on. I was worried for you, not criticizing. I'm so sorry if it sounded off." Emily searched Susan's face, sincere, apologetic. "Okay. I just wanted to check." "Of course," Susan said, beaming. "I'd never want to upset you. We're friends, right?" She left, and Emily stood in her kitchen, staring at the door. Friends. Sure. But that knot wouldn't budge. Do you trust your first impressions of people? Have you ever had a hunch about someone that proved spot on? The garden project hummed along, and Emily poured her heart into it. Susan's splash pad and yoga corner made the cut, and the team was buzzing. At the next community meeting, Emily stood in front of the folding chairs, projector glowing with their plans. "These updates, like the splash pad and yoga area, are going to make this space special," she said, smiling at the nods. Mr. Peterson, the association head, clapped. "Fantastic work, Emily. You've outdone yourself." Before Emily could bask in it, Susan piped up from the back. "Actually, those were my ideas. Glad you all like them." The room went quiet. Emily's face burned, anger, humiliation, all at once. Yeah, Susan suggested them," she managed, "but it's been a group effort to pull it together." After, she cornered Susan by the coffee urn. "Why'd you do that? It sounded like I stole your ideas." Susan blinked, all innocence. "Emily, I didn't mean it like that. I was just excited. I'm sorry if it came out wrong." Emily exhaled hard. "Fine. Let's just keep this moving." But it didn't stop. Over the next week, Susan dropped little hints, how Emily was so busy, how Susan had really shaped the project. Emily vented to Mark one night, chopping carrots with extra force. "She's making me look bad, Mark. Like I can't handle this." He shrugged, scrolling his phone. "Maybe she's just needy. Wants to feel important. Don't let it get to you." Emily wanted to buy that, but her gut screamed otherwise. How do you handle someone taking credit for your work? Do you call it out, or let it slide to keep the peace? By September, the garden was almost done. Trellises up, soil turned, a ribbon cutting planned. But something sour crept into Willow Creek. Emily noticed it first at school pickup, friends dodging her eyes, conversations cutting off when she approached. Then Lisa, her bestie since Mia was in diapers, pulled her aside by the carpool line. There's a rumor you're hooking up with Mr. Thompson, the principal." Emily's jaw hit the pavement. "What? That's insane. Who's saying that?" Lisa shifted, uneasy. "Susan. She told a bunch of us she saw you two at Brood Awakening, all cozy." "I met him about Mia's science fair." Emily snapped. "It was coffee and clipboards, not a damn affair." "I know," Lisa said, squeezing her arm. "But you know how this place is. It's spreading." Fury churned in Emily's chest. That night, she stormed to Susan's house, banging on the door. Susan answered, casual in yoga pants, like nothing was wrong. "We need to talk," Emily said, voice trembling. "Did you tell people I'm sleeping with Mr. Thompson?" Susan gasped. "Emily, no. I said I saw you together. I didn't mean anything by it. People must have twisted it." "You knew how it'd sound," Emily shot back. "You should have shut it down." "I'm so sorry," Susan said, eyes glistening. "I'll fix it, I promise." Emily left, unconvinced. Sorry didn't erase the whispers. Have you ever been hit by gossip? How did you deal, and what would you tell someone caught in the rumor mill? The rumor didn't die. Susan's fix was a whisper in the wind. Neighbors stared, Mark got quiet, and then the kicker, Emily's car got keyed. Cheetah scratched into the driver's side, jagged and ugly. She stood in the driveway, tears stinging, as the cops took pictures. "No proof it's Susan," the officer said, shrugging. "Could be kids." Emily didn't buy it. That night, Mark cornered her after the kids were asleep. Is there anything I need to know? This is messing with us." "Mark, no," she said, hurt slicing deep. "It's Susan. She's doing this." He rubbed his face. "Then we steer clear of her. She's trouble." Easier said than done. Susan was woven into Willow Creek like ivy. So Emily fought back her way. She fired up her laptop, channeling her marketing research skills. Susan Miller, graphic designer, no kids, divorced. Simple enough. But digging deeper, social media, old news clips, painted a darker picture. Susan had lived in 5 towns in 10 years. Each one had stories, rumors, petty theft, neighbors turning on each other. She'd leave when it got too hot. Emily's screen glowed with the truth. Susan was a chaos architect. What would you do if a friend turned manipulator? How do you shield yourself from someone spinning a web like that? Emily didn't sleep. By morning, she had a stack of printouts, articles, forum posts, a trail of Susan's wreckage. She marched to Susan's door, papers in hand. Susan opened it, all smiles, until Emily shoved the evidence forward. "I know what you are. You've done this everywhere. Lies, drama, then you bolt. Why here? Why me?" Susan's mask slipped, then snapped back. "Emily, this is nonsense. Those are old stories, exaggerated. 5 towns, Susan. Same pattern. You're not fooling me." Susan's lip curled. "You're a nosy little housewife with too much time. You think you can run me out? I'll bury you first." Emily didn't flinch. "Try me. I've got truth on my side." She walked away, heart pounding. Susan was a pro, but Emily wasn't alone. She'd rally Willow Creek, proof in hand. Is it okay to snoop into someone's past if they're hurting you? Where's the line between privacy and self-defense? Emily hit the ground running. She talked to Lisa, Mr. Peterson, anyone who'd listen, showing them Susan's trail. At first they balked, "She's so nice." But cracks showed. Mrs. Johnson admitted Susan borrowed her necklace and never returned it. Tom from down the street said she'd pitted him against his buddy over a lawn dispute. At the next meeting, the community center was packed. Emily stood, voice steady, laying out the evidence. Susan sat in the back, arms crossed, smirking, until the room turned. "She took my fundraiser idea and trashed me to the PTA," one mom said. "She told me my husband was flirting with her." "Total lie," another added. Susan stood, tears on cue. "I just wanted to fit in. I've had a rough life. Give me a chance." But the tide had turned. Mr. Peterson spoke up. "We're done, Susan. Pack up and go." How do you gear up for a tough showdown? What keeps you steady when the stakes are high? Susan left quietly, house on the market by week's end. Willow Creek exhaled. Emily threw herself into fixing what broke, starting with a potluck. Tables groaned with casseroles, kids ran wild, and she took the mic. "We got knocked down," she said, "but we're tougher now. Let's rebuild, honest, open, together." Cheers erupted. Emily felt lighter, like the air was clean again. Have you faced down a manipulator? What happened, and what did you take away from it? Months later, Emily sat on her porch, coffee in hand, watching Mia and Jake chase fireflies. She'd been too trusting, she knew that now, blinded by Willow Creek's shine. But Susan taught her to listen to that gut twinge, to stand tall when it counted. She got deeper into the neighborhood, pushed for a watch program, hosted coffee chats. Betrayal stung, but it forged something stronger. What can betrayal teach us? How do you turn pain into power? Spring bloomed, and Willow Creek thrived. The garden opened, kids splashed, moms yogaed, and neighbors laughed like old times. Emily walked her dog past Susan's old place, a sold sign swinging. A new family unloaded boxes, and she waved hopeful. She'd faced deception and won. Whatever came next, Willow Creek was ready, together. How has this story shifted your take on your neighborhood? What can you do to build trust where you live? And there it is. Willow Creek settles into silence, but the echoes linger. Emily faced the sting of betrayal and came out stronger, a reminder that even in the prettiest places, shadows lurk. Maybe you've known a Susan, someone who charmed you while twisting the truth. Or maybe you're wondering who's real in your life. Here's the secret: trust yourself, hold your loved ones close, and don't let anyone dim your light. Thanks for watching with us at Whisper Story. If this story stirred something in you, or you just can't resist a juicy tale, drop a like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe. We've got more secrets waiting, and trust me, you'll want to be here when they spill. Until next time, stay sharp and keep listening to the whispers.